Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Lorna. I don't do any videos, I'm not gonna lie. I was going to say I do podcasts, stuff like this. No, I don't do podcasts anymore. Well, I tried, was it last year? I don't know, but I tried to make like some very, those kind of video when you have to you reflect a bit on what's happening socially and on social media, on yourself, like mental health related stuff like this. I try to, but I don't anymore. So anyway, I'm Lorna. On Instagram, I try to sing. It's something that I started not very long ago. I try to scream. So if you like metal music, that's a bit more your jam. What can I say? I mostly film vlogs, very bad quality vlogs, because I don't have any, little camera, and except one of on my phone, so it's kind of very DIY here. But I still post some stuff, and today I want to post something because it's been a kind of a long time. I have some ideas shaping up in my mind, and I think I had to talk about it, and kind of makes sense to do something on YouTube when I know that my complete aesthetic on Instagram changed, and I know people aren't blind, people noticed, and it's a bit like, what happened? Was she a fake goth? Was she faking it? Did she completely turn her back on goth? What's happening? Well, I'm gonna just jump right into it. So this video is, I don't know if I'm gonna change the name or whatever. This video is called I Don't Label Myself Goth Anymore, and I'm gonna explain why. So I try to just embrace the term goth again around COVID, maybe a bit before COVID, I think, because when, like, I don't know if this is something that is very common today, but when millennials and above we were kid and we were kind of alternative goth and more, we were kind of bullied for that, and goth was an insult. Definitely was blamed for being goth and was called, yeah, you fucking goth, and lot of insult like this which had the term goth in it. So when I and a lot of other people just bring back this term and like, yeah, I'm a goth, I'm gonna show to the world that yes, I like Joy Division, yes, I like black, yes, I like all this very cliche thing, yes, I do, and yes, you can label me goth, and I'm very proud to be a goth. But I stopped very recently. Has been maybe a year. I think thing has been turning a bit around because of when I had LASIK surgery, and it's very physical. I'm not gonna lie. The first thing I went to was the physical. I didn't change a lot of the core in me, like still listening to the music, and I know that it's a music subculture, so if you listen to the music, that's something that is the most important thing. But I kind of changed a bit my looks, and this was also because of the LASIK surgery that I had, because when I didn't, like when my eyes had to wear glasses or lenses, I had this idea. I never saw myself. I never saw myself. Clearly, I never saw myself, except if I had like a mirror really like this. And I really thought I was ugly, I'm not gonna lie, just saying words like this. And I thought I had to prove a lot and to wear a lot of makeup, and had really this big, empowering style. And so I think this also helped me, to mark this kind of very distinct aesthetic. And this leads me to tell how much goth is performance. I'm not gonna lie, and it's super cool if you guys are very laid back, and very chill goth, and we can see some, goth when they go out, and goth when they're, wearing loungewear and stuff like this. But it's something to, explain when you go out. Like, you want people to notice, you want other goths to notice that you also are goth. And I never realized how pretty I was. Like, I'm sorry, yeah, I like my face. You might not like it, but I like my face, and I like it without any, much more of everything. The white foundation, the very big eyeliner and stuff like this. And so the less I did, the more I liked myself au naturel. Saying it with a very French accent. And so because of this, I tend to be a bit fed up with all this performing that happen in the goth scene. Again, I'm not saying every goth is like this, but it's something that is very common when you're going into a goth club, or when you just hang out, I don't know, in a very goth place, and you want to be noticed, you want to say, I'm part of, this scene and stuff. And there's this sort of competition between girls. I'm not gonna speak about dudes because I don't know, perhaps it's like you have this vintage 9 Inch Nail t-shirt, or this vintage, I don't know, Killing Joke Ministry, and anything like this vintage t-shirt. Maybe there's a competition between them, I don't know. But about the girls, there's something very cringe me now. I can't anymore. And I didn't listen only to goth, so that was also my door to get out a bit of this scene. About this performing, that was a lot. Even if I wanted to be the best goth, I don't know, whether it was traditional, whether it was a bit more cyber, pastel, whatever the kind of goth that you wanted to be. I never fit into one category, and I didn't know how to do the makeup. It was always like not that good. I never shaved my eyebrows. I want to put the emphasis on this, because I want to say, goth who don't shave their eyebrows, you exist, you are valid. Okay, I am so tired about this goth who shave their eyebrows. Not every goth shave their eyebrows, okay? And I don't know, try to find other makeup, I don't know, creative makeup. Please give us something new with eyebrows, okay? Not everyone wants to shave their eyebrows. Maybe we don't want to have this look that reminds us our sick aunt. I don't know, I'm gonna be a bit harsh, but it's something that is very like, I met a lot of different goth in my life, and I know that we are the kind of goth who don't feel legit, because yes, we listen to the music, but like visually there's something missing, and I was a bit fed up with this performance. It was a lot. It was a lot in in like all the makeup, preparing myself, trying to match the outfit, and perhaps it will be too hot, and oh damn, it's too hot. It's like, and I don't know, like keeping myself. You can't really see it right now, but I'm kind of tanned. I know you can't see that I'm tan right now, but I'm kind of tanned. I think I have some pictures on my Instagram which you can see a bit more. But you know what? Now that I stop like doing all of this, I wear my sunscreen. Okay, so don't try to blame me in the comments. I wear my sunscreen. Yes, I avoid sun if it's too much. If it's like 4 in the afternoon, yes. But it was like preserving everything to be very white also, and I'm a mixed race, and I'm not white, okay. As far as I know, I'm a bit yellow. Okay, I have some yellow tones, and that's life, so now that I just let go of all this aesthetic that was too much for me, too much pressure to fit into one category, I am tanned in summer. It has been like 2 summers and now I can, kind of, I don't know, there's some vitamin in me and it feels good. It kind of feels good a bit. And I take like a bit around 10 minutes to be all prepared. I put a bit of lipstick. I do a bit of my eyebrows just with a very transparent mascara. Now I have a little bit of it's not mascara, it's extensions, but that's fucking all I do. And I put my merch band t-shirt, a short skirt or something, and it's, oh my god, thank you for hardcore aesthetic, thank you so much. So I kind of am, so you can definitely tell I'm a poser. If you want to say, like, I just come out from nowhere, from the goth scene to the hardcore scene, and kind of a bit of a poser because I'm like, with all this merch, like growing my mini fringe back into something a bit longer, putting some caps on. I'm definitely the kind of aesthetic poser that you might find in a hardcore show, and I am completely aware of this, and you can blame me for this. I don't care. I respect bands, I respect bartenders, I respect people from the scene, and I think that's what you want from someone in a scene, and I listen to the music. I'm not just there just to be there, so I have my opinions on some bands, so yeah. Anyway, so this is me just letting go of the performance that I struggled with when I was in the goth scene, and that I'm very, very happy to have let go. And I'm gonna jump on another subject, which is goth is capitalist right now. It's so much capitalist. It's horrible that you guys don't see it. Oh my god, I don't know, I'm not on TikTok. Perhaps there has been a ton of TikToks about it and I don't know about it yet, but it's fucking horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I have like a what I call a Kidstar home. Like, I have a lot of Kidstar items home. Not gonna lie, this couch is black. I like some kind of very goth aesthetic. I'm not gonna change this, but there's so many stuff that was. Where do I start? I'm gonna start on YouTube. because we can really see that on YouTube or maybe on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok anymore, as I said, so I don't know. But when people are doing some unboxing, goth unboxing, it's always those huge Shein and Temu haul. And again, I'm not gonna blame. I used to buy some stuff like this, but again, thank you for hardcore to open my mind about, like children labor, slavery, ecological waste, on all those kind of things. That is kind of a mess, and they are like those very big industry. They just spotted the cherry on top, which is the revival of goth, and we all fell into this very big trap that is the Shein goth. I'm gonna call it the Shein goth. Like everything, every item, every very like cheap dress that you can see, I don't know, like purple with some buds that are, that's a very bad quality. Oh my god, the quality of the fabric. I don't even have to touch it. I can see it from the video that it's horrible. And I don't want to say you, because I do have some stuff that are, I'm trying to find some around me, but I was part of this. So I don't want to blame everyone, but I'm gonna say you, because I don't feel like I'm part of this anymore when I'm watching some channels. Like, it's too much. It's disgusting. I'm sorry, it's disgusting how all those little, parcel and this little plastic bag, and then again another plastic bag, and we thought that, we were alternative. We thought that in a way it was cool, because it was difficult to find our style, and even, if you live in a European country, like I know that you guys in the US, you have like ton of stuff during Halloween, so you can, do all your home decor during Halloween, but we don't have this. So we were kind of very happy when all this were really accessible on those websites. I'm not gonna lie, I know that we all had this, oh my god, there's this little bat thing, or this little print spider web thing, it's like super cheap, and there's a lot of things that you can find on AliExpress, and you can find on Shein, and you can find here. But how can I say that goth is, it started to be, when a lot of YouTubers like the Gen X, when they talk about this DIY stuff that they used to make, and I even know some people who continue to do the DIY on their pants, and they took a lot of time to rip their pants or to create some patch on some jacket and stuff like this. There's still people doing that, so I don't want to put everyone in one basket, but it's making me sick when I see all the same holes and all the same little, I have a little beret like this with this. I know I fell into the gap like 5 years ago. I know what it is, but please stop. Please realize that, yeah, perhaps it's monetizing your channel. I don't know. Perhaps it's something that, you know that it's going to do a lot of views, so you have to do this, you have some partnership, I don't know, and perhaps you don't even use it, you return it. But that's again some transportation that you might have avoided from the start. I don't know, I don't want to blame stuff, because we are not all perfect, and there's stuff that, I don't know, but it's happy to know that I give to their merch, like I give money to like a band, and perhaps it hasn't been in the best condition, but the quality is awesome, so I think that's good. When you go to a merch booth, you can spot also what type of fabric and type of t-shirt and merchandising is good. So anyway, that's another thing. I didn't want it to compare. I told myself I didn't want it to compare both scenes because they are not the same at all, but I cannot help myself not to compare, because now that I have a foot into the hardcore scene and I have a foot into the goth scene, I cannot help myself but comparing both. And in the goth scene, I'm very disappointed about what the scene is turning into, especially on social media, because people not on social media, they might have kind of few kids to item, few old hot topic, all lip service stuff, only black stuff from maybe H&M, maybe thrifted on Vinted, I don't know. They do their look, and they're not showing it on Instagram or YouTube, so it's less bothering me. It's just that this amount of holes with those ton of plastic bags, and we end up having all the same stuff because it has some little bats on it. I don't know. It's something that is, kind of disgusting me in a way. So I'm really wanting for these two first chapters just to say, you don't have to perform to be into the scene that you want to be, and you don't have to do those huge hauls and to buy all the things. They don't make you valid. It's not because you don't have this that you are not valid to label yourself whatever you want, but especially an alternative person. But for me, it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite of what goth is about. And in a way, I'm gonna jump onto my next chapter, and it's not gonna be a good one. Okay, this chapter, I don't want to go too much into it because I know that it would be a very big debate in the comments. I'm not gonna look at the comments. I'm afraid yet I'm not gonna look at the comments. We all have our point of view on this topic. Is goth political or not? You have 3 hours. No, to be honest, to me, it didn't start to be political. To me, it was something that is according to aesthetic. It was very, it was like artistic, and I didn't relate it to politics. But now that I think that art is politic, I don't know. But anyway, everyone has their own opinion about it. Okay, really don't want to go into this because it's a very, very long debate and I don't want to have it. But there is a major part, I'm not gonna lie, and it's good that it's turning around and things are turning. How the table turn. Is that it? I don't know if I'm, is that it? I don't know. It's a huge part of goth are conservative. I said it. I'm not gonna say anything. Do I find it cool? Do I find it not cool? I just don't want to talk about it. I have my own opinion. My friends know what I think about it, and that's all that matters to me. But I think there is stuff that explains, especially when we are in some countries or towns, or there's always a scapegoat, and there's always people are always searching for, oh, this is because of this person, and this person is this person is, this person is black, this person is goth, this person is whatever criteria it is. People are going to point and find this, target that is, it's easier for them, Let me get stuff clear. I know that we will never agree to what goth is. Is it political? Is it not political? And I don't have any answer. I don't want to have any answer, because I like the music, and goth is a music subculture, and it's something that can go a long way. And thing is that I'm gonna tell my point of view, my own point of view. I'm not a conservative at all. I'm a fucking leftist, and to me, it was difficult to be in a scene that tolerates a lot of thing that, sometimes when you speak with someone and you realize, oh, so that's your point of view, all right, I get that, like, we danced together, we vibed on the same music and all, and then I understand that you kind of like this. Okay, I'm gonna go away now. And it happened a lot in the goth scene. I'm not gonna lie. It's a shame. It's kind of a shame, and I know that the new generation is kind of very much, very, very into new political goth, and whether we like it or not, it brings something new, and it's good that goth is not, just standing still. It's a very big subject when it's goth, because I don't know, it's kind of a bit more niche. But when you take metalheads, like a lot of metalheads that don't have the same point of view, a lot of metalheads are apolitical, but that's another subject also. But there's so many metalheads that in the end we don't even care about this, but when we talk about goth, it's like super sensitive. And so I don't know, because of my values, there's some stuff that I also added in goth didn't match anymore for me. It's there, and even when it was good, when it was made with good intention, same conviction that I had, it feels fake. I'm not gonna lie. It feels a bit like, I could be like this wokist person, very, God, this is a very good idea to make like a movement for any kind of thing that's happening in the world right now. But it felt fake. So even the good things felt a bit fake. I don't know. So firstly, we have this performance, then we have this capitalism that is just eating alive goth. And now that it's a bit more in the front of the scene, the question of politics, if very, very if elder goth want to talk about it, it's totally okay, because I'm totally up to know if, you know, some kind of band were really punk and if it's post punk. For me, it was kind of a bit more about mental health, but it was never really about, I don't know, it's a very long subject, because there's also a lot of, you know, people who, you know, in the German scene, like people who really are anti-racism because of what happened in Germany, obviously. But then it turned around because, like, situation changes, and it's not because, you know, you are defending something that you have the right to destroy something else. So yeah, it's tricky. As you can see, I felt in a very tricky situation, to be honest, to be part of the goth scene. But there is ton of beautiful people. I think about Caitlin from Corlick. I think about Susie Sabotage. I think about a lot of, you know, new people in the scene like this. The guys of Tribes, I think, are mostly, you know, there's a lot of good people now, so I don't want to blame anything in it. That's very good that people like this, and, you know, Angela Benedict, I don't remember her name, but anyway, she does a lot of good videos, very, very educative. I want to say I'm very sorry because I misjudged you at first, because, you know, like 10 years ago I thought like you were kind of a bit of a gatekeeper, and I was, you know, like not a baby bat, but like babyier than you. So I was kind of, that's not very nice. You know, but I think that now her videos are super very nicely made, very caring, very educative, and that's a good thing. And so there is good people. I don't want to categorize. I don't want to do like some generalize something that is not true. But yeah, it's tricky, and this is also why I don't want to, you know, have this front persona that is claiming goth anymore. Because if you just, you know, if you scratch a bit more, if you find out what I like, what I listen, the other day when we went back from our festival, so on the way to the festival, we listened a lot to my friend's music, and I loved it. He has a very good playlist, so I was like, yeah, dude, put whatever you want on, that's okay. But for the moment I put my playlist, I was like, oh Lorna, you're so dark wave, you know. It's not very happy what you're listening to. But yeah, you know, if you scratch a bit more, I know that I'm kind of a goth in the core, and I will always be like this, and that's okay. But it's just that I don't want to pretend to be someone I'm not. Even in the outside, even in the convection, I don't want to pretend that I'm this kind of person that you relate right away, but then you are going to be a bit disappointed, because that's not what is about Lorna. But yeah, also, it's kind of a bit also going into this capitalist side. Shein, we all have everything that is kind of the same, but it's also the death of a personal style, you know, because we all started with this style also because we kind of wanted to be unique. Like a lot of us, we were like in a small town, or, you know, in a town with people having a very different mindset, way of dressing, way kind of different playlist. So we were kind of unique, like this was also why we affirmed ourselves that much. And the fact that that we all have the same stuff now, well, to me, we kind of are like the clean girls. Like, tell me, in which way is it different to have a black wall, to have some gold frames, to have some kit style item? In which way is it different that all those matcha girls? In which way? It's just that we have a different kind of style, but we all are clean girls in a way. We all are the same. It's the same person. When I was on TikTok, I couldn't, I don't know, except if you have like very noticeable tattoo on your forehead. 14-year-old girls, goth girls, were all looking the same. They were all looking like 10 years older than they were. They all have those, again, sorry, but fake eyebrows. This huge eyeliner, this super very classy way of dressing. And we were all like, oh my god, you're so cool, and are you really going out like this? If you do, that's very good, but you know what, like, we never saw you outside, but you are like 50 of the same on internet. Like, if you go into the Goth talk, then you have the same girl over and over. In which way is this different than the clean girls? Really? I think that's the same. It's just another aesthetic, but that's totally the same. You have all the same face. I want to see your face without any makeup, okay? No, if you want to do the makeup, I get it. I really get it. It's beautiful when you guys do it very good. But again, it's a death of a personal style. And we did this aesthetic to have a personal style. So what's the point in that? Tell me. I'm gonna finish on saying so people are losing their own style, but people are losing the core also of this subculture, which is the music. Just a little reminder, we are losing the core of it. We are losing the music, because now AI is doing the music. For God's sake, what's this again? Do you know that AI is just grasping without any retribution to artists some patterns, some stuff that I don't have the word in English, that there are, because you have like a certain type of voice when you are like a goth band. Like, I like the video that Caitlin from Corlix did. Like, she said once, you all do the same stuff, but you can do also something different. You don't have to sound like Peter Steele, or like, I don't know, Andrew from the Sisters. Like, you don't have to sound like this to be a goth. You can do something new too, and that's it. That's what AI understood. They took some very noticeable patterns and they mixed it up, and then they do sometimes I felt on Spotify and I noticed that, is it a real band? Maybe it's a very small band, but it's, and the other day I heard that no, Spotify has some fake bands. Like, clearly they are not giving money to real bands who just have like perhaps like 200 players a month, listeners a month, but they are creating their own fake bands and just putting it on the platform. It's horrible. So we're kind of losing our style. We're kind of doing a fucking ecological waste and big mess. And we also are losing our core, losing our music. Can we wake up? Like, hey guys, just wake up, okay? just wake up. Something is not going right with goth these days. So I kind of stepped out a bit, and I don't want to lie. I still like the music. I still want to do some festival. I still feel very good when I'm surrounded by goth, because it's an aesthetic that I will always cherish, and I like it. I'm not gonna lie. When I met some hardcore kids and we start chatting, and I'm going a bit more into who I am, feels like yes, yes, I do a goth in the core. But I kind of like this idea to let people just find out on their own, you know, and don't want to be affiliated with that anymore, because just let the vibe go. Perhaps it's gonna go away, like it has gone away. Perhaps like those headbands trend, you know, from 2010, you know, like maybe it's gonna go away and like it's gonna go niche again. I don't know, but for now I'm stepping out a bit, and I feel way better. I feel less pressured physically, because I can be myself. I can be myself. Yes, I have this middle part, which is, you know, yes, I don't have my mini fringe anymore. Rest in peace. But I feel so much better now that I'm natural. So I encourage you, really, I encourage you. Just, it's kind of difficult at first. I'm just gonna put the cap on again, because I'm not very used to have. Let's go. Make America great again. no, I promise. No, yeah, just really perhaps step away from social media a bit. Put on your loungewear, your metal loungewear, your black loungewear, you know you're goth, even though you're not performing, you know. Embrace this part of you, and you will see what you have to offer without being all of this that the world wants you to buy into nowadays. So thank you a lot for watching. Woo, it's 45 minutes. I don't know how much I am gonna cut off this video. I don't know if this video is gonna come out after my Amphi festival, because I am going to Amphi festival in Germany. Yeah, definitely really like some very aggrotech, cyber goth stuff, post-punk and more. So I don't know if I'm gonna release this video before or after. If anything offended you in this video, I'm super sorry. Okay, I didn't want it to offend anyone. Everyone has the right to do anything they want with their money, with their style, with their conviction. Okay, I'm not going to go into it. This is not the purpose of my channel. Again, I just wanted to reflect a bit on this, because I know that if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I don't look like what I just did a couple of years ago, and there's a reason behind this, and I just wanted to share it with you. Again, thank you a lot for watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you want to, even though I don't post a lot, but you can also give a little thumb up. That makes me very happy, and I see you in my next one. Cheers.